Hello everyone, welcome to Caroline's Craftery and welcome to February's freebie. So if you've watched January's freebie, you know that we're going to do a page each month and just doing a kit of different embellishments and whatnot. So you can kind of make your own page up. And I'll just kind of show you what I did. This was the January one. If you didn't see it, we made the pocket and the library cards and whatnot for it. And then at the end of the year, we're going to make a journal out of it. So here is February's. It's kind of more pinks and greens and blues and still with the flower theme. So there is page 1. Now I backed mine with a tea-dyed digital kit in the shop. I'll leave a link below for that. And here is page number 2. It's fairly bright, but yet you could write over that very easily. And again, I backed it tea-dyed. And then there is 2 embellishment pages with just a bunch of goodies, postcards, a bingo card, some cutouts and whatnot for to use. And here is page number 4, the second page of the cutouts, and again just some embellishments and an envelope. So I'm going to do a little project with the page for this and hope you'll join along. So let's get started on some ideas that I have for these. Okay, so I'm back with all the goodies cut out. I've got my paper folded in half that we're going to use for our page number 2 in our yearly journal. I also got this here, which I don't know where it came from. I've had it in my stash for a couple of years, and I decided I was going to make a belly band out of it because I like the colors. I thought they went good with that, so I've just stitched around it and backed it with a piece of tea-dyed printed paper. So I've also got a tiny magnet which I'm going to use for this project. You could use Velcro or you could just glue it down. I've also got a little tiny brad that I'm going to use as well. So I've distressed all my pieces. I've got a couple paper clips because I've got an idea. And yeah, so let's get started. We can just push that stuff aside a little bit. So we got our envelope here. Now, I don't know, my thought was, which isn't going to work, so I'm going to have to put the envelope this away. Now, my idea is to make a little flip of some kind. And do I want it there, or do I want it in here? I think I want it in there because then when I put the pages in, so let's move the page off to the side. So the envelope, I could do the envelope this way, or I could do the envelope this way. I want to do it this way because I want that big opening. So I'm using art glitter glue. I'm going to do it this way. A little bit of glue on there to close the envelope up. Okay. So now it's going to go this way on the page and it's going to flip like so. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to put a piece of lace down here. And I'm thinking on making a little flip type thing with this. Okay, so I want the second piece of my paper and I want to cut it a little bit smaller than the bingo card. So let's do this. And my idea is I'm going to do a little flip out to give a little more journaling space on there. So let's do that. And I'm just going to, actually let's just rip it. Okay. Now, I haven't quite figured out how to do this yet. Okay, so I'm going to fold it. I don't know, that's about a 1/2 inch. Well, the idea is that's going to glue onto the back of here, and then the rest is going to be folded back and forth. So, I think if we just do this, and then just kind of eyeball the first one here, try to get it as even as possible. Okay, and then fold it back. So I'm basically going to fold it back and forth until I've used up the papers, or the paper. If it's not absolutely perfect lined up, I'm okay. Because you're not really going to see it anyways. So then that's going to go on there. Okay, I'm just going to see if I can match that up a little bit better on that last tear. Okay, and I'm just going to trim just this little bit off on this end. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to have to glue this whole piece down. And then we've got all that for writing on. So let's go ahead. So I want the envelope to flip this way on the page, so we'll eventually glue that down to the page. So I want to put this lace down though. I want it to just run the length, so let's put some glue down. Hope everybody's following along with these freebies and using them for other stuff other than a yearly journal. Okay. This is just kind of to add a little extra prettiness to it. Okay. Now this will be this way, like so. I think I'm going to put this at the top because I was going to make a paper clip to kind of hold this down. So it'll have to be at the top or the bottom. So I think I like the idea of the top. So let's glue this back all down. Trying to get close to the edges. I try and keep an eye on my camera. It's going crazy these days. Might be time for a new camera for doing YouTube videos. Okay, let's put that. I got it about a ½ an inch away from the edge of the page. I don't mind the art glitter glue for lace and stuff. I think it glues it down quite nicely. Okay, so now when that's in the book, it'll open up, but it'll also do this, which gives quite a bit of journaling room, and then you can also write on it on those sides and as well on the back of the card. Okay, now a little paper clip. I've got just a small paper clip. It's about 1 inch long, I guess. And I'm thinking on doing one of these stamps as the paper clip, so then it's going to clip on and just be on the top of there. I've got some paper here. Need a piece that's kind of the same size as this postage stamp, but doesn't have to be exact. And that'll be for the back of the paper clip. Okay, trim a little bit off. I don't want it to stick out the edge. It's just going to be a very simple paper clip. Basically, I'm just going to put the paper clip on my back piece, and then this is just going to get glued on there. So very, very basic. But I could maybe put this piece of lace in here. Let's do that. Okay. Glue this down. Just glue the lace down first. Okay. Now, and I've got a pair of scissors that cut the edges like that. You could just do them straight. I want quite a bit of glue on this because I really want it to stick good together. Let's just put these together. And I'm just going to keep pushing it down all the way around until I know that the glue is stuck really, really good. Especially with that lace in between. But the lace just gives it a little bit extra. And I'm just going to do that a bit. Just want to get it really good around that paper clip to being glued. Your glitter glue dries fairly quick, or it sticks fairly quick. So now that's going to just fit on the top there, and that's going to hold that down. So nothing fancy there, but I like that idea. Then on the inside, I'm just going to put the postcard from the freebie. It's just inked up. It's just going to slide in there just like so. And that's one reason I wanted the envelope flap opened more, was because then I could see that top in there. So then when it's closed, and then when you open up, once it's glued to the page, and you've got lots of room to get it out. Okay, now on to part 2 of this. So we've got this. On this side is where I want to put the belly band. Now what I want to do is I want to make this belly band movable. So the magnet's going to go on the top, the brad's going to go here, and then you can swing that. Now when you swing it all the way, you'll be able to write on the back and put something very secretive in there. But I also don't want to mess up this side. So these are just a pair of hole cutters. They've got a very tiny hole in them. I don't even know what size it would be, but it's the perfect size for the brad. So I'm going to put a hole right in the middle there. Now this I have to give some thought to, because I didn't want to go all the way through my page, but I want it to be able to turn. So let's try. It might be too big. I think it'll go okay. What I want to do is put the brad into this, and then this I'll glue down to the page, because therefore I don't have to do it on the other side, but it'll have something for the brad to anchor down to. So I'm going to try getting it in the middle. Okay, so I got the brad, my belly band, the circle, and I'm going to hold on. I'm going to ink this up just a tiny little bit. Sometimes I'm not even sure if inking it makes a difference, but okay, let's fold the brad down. Now this will be anchored, and this can still turn, because wherever this is going to touch, I don't want to glue, so I'm just going to glue around the very, very edge. But I'm not going to do that quite yet. I have this is a 5/8 circle. I'm going to use this for on top of the magnets. Because again, I don't want the magnets to show through, so I'm going to put the first magnet on here. Now I haven't worked with magnets very much, so this is going to be a little bit new. So this one is going to go here with this on top. I really hope this works because I have not done this before. And I could probably count how many times I've worked with magnets on one hand. The magnets I've had for probably 2 years. I know I bought them online, and I'm not sure if they were on Amazon or a different crafting website, but there was like 100 of them, and I bought 100 of probably 4 different sizes. These are one of the smaller ones, and these are 1/4 of an inch. And I know they were earth magnets. Okay, so I'm going to put that right close to the top. Let's glue this down. I'm going to put a fair bit of glue because I want it to hold. It's going to be pulling a bit and whatnot, so I did do some video watching on doing magnets, just because I've hardly used them. Okay. I could have used any kind. This is a cardstock, by the way, a 65-pound. I thought paper might be too thin, but I didn't want something too thick because I want the magnet to go through. So I hope, I should have tried this before. To make sure that it's going to stick through. Okay, that should work. Now, where to put the other magnet? Let's put that on there. I want it kind of in the middle. And I'm hoping maybe I'm going to just look underneath here and try to draw a little bit of a mark where the other magnet's going to go. So it's going to go this way, right on top of that dot. There might be an easier way of doing this. I have no idea. Okay. A little dot like this. I don't really like the look of it on the page, but most of the time it's going to be covered up anyways. Okay. There we go with the magnet. Okay, now we can glue this down. So let's leave it stuck on the magnet. And I'm just going to do around the edge. I want to leave that brad free because I want it to turn. And let's, okay, let's hope this works. And then here we go. Well, and then when you turn that, you could write all over on there. There we go for that. And this will be on this side of the page. So we could put this down now. I want it fairly close to the edge, probably right about there, I think. So I'm going to glue this down to the page. So let's put some glue down here. You could use any envelope for this, junk envelope or envelopes from other kits or okay. That goes right there. I think I might decorate that somehow. I'm just not quite sure how yet. And then I'll also make something. I think I'm going to make something with this just because we've got such a nice piece of paper left. Maybe just fold it. Let's see. Go like so. Sorry, I was folding that, but I was trying to measure it off. So just a little piece of trifold of the paper. That way it's not too heavy either. I'm not sure how strong that magnet's going to be. And then it can just sit right in there. And I will distress that. Now, I want to do some decorating on the front of here. And I'm thinking on something like that. Was kind of like what I had. Oops, I bumped the camera. Something like that I had in mind, which I think is kind of cute. So let's start gluing that down. Okay. So I don't want to glue all the way to the edge, of course, because that's sticking out. So we're going to leave the edges. And you could, of course, use whatever you wanted to do the decorating with. I'm just trying to use the pieces that come with the kit, or come with the freebies, I should say. And this, I want it to look like it's sitting on her hand. I want to get these feet really good because I don't want them to lift. Not sure why I choose cardinals for the freebie, but I just looked at them and I really liked them, so in they went. Now this flower, I'm going to put the stem. Now I'm going to cut the stem off. Okay. And then that's going to go right like that. So we got a lot over here we don't want to put glue on. And some on that other side. Let's hope we didn't get glue where we don't want it. Pull that out just in case. Okay. Well, did get a little glue over there somewhere. Perfect. It's working just the way I wanted it. I'm actually surprised that worked out as good as it did. Glue up the bird. I'm going to save all the leftover pieces of each of the kits in an envelope, so then when I go to decorate in December, I can use all the little leftover pieces. So there is a belly band with that, and I'm going to ink this right now, just so then I can see what it actually looks like in there. I do like distressing. The last few journals I've made, I haven't distressed the pages, and I always did. Can be very time consuming, but it's worth it. I am going to be starting my dragonfly journal. I've got the stuff ready, and I'll be starting the videos for that, and hope that you will follow along. It's using my newest dragonfly kit. Okay, a little bit on these folded edges. And there we go. And I'm just thinking, I wonder if those would go on there just for, it gets hidden under there, that's too bad. But we'll see, we'll have these for later. So this is our February page. So we have the envelope on this side with a fold out to write. So fold in each direction with the little paper clip. If I can get the paper clip back on. And then inside is the little postcard. Oh, got a paper clipped in, no wonder I can't pull it out. Okay, and then the twisting belly band with the magnet, which I like that idea. And that's going to be for page number 2. I'm not going to put the February on. Here is a bunch of the pieces that we have left over. There's actually 2 more hands as well facing the other way. And I'm going to throw those in an envelope along with the leftovers of the January kit. And we can use them throughout the journal as we're making the journal itself. Like we could put the bird over here or something once we make it, or maybe put it on some of the pages, book pages or tea-dyed pages, etc. So I hope you like February's and enjoy, and we will see you again soon.